Aaron and Nama. Go speech.
Hey, Aaron and Nama.
Just kidding. Greg and Chelsea, we're so happy for both of you and to take part in your special day. Before writing this speech, I did actually Google two brothers married same month, thinking I might be able to apply for a world record or something for giving two best men speeches in the shortest period of time. Unfortunately, only a few discussion boards came up, along with some interesting sites, SingaporeBrides.com, IndiaDivine.org. I did, however, learn a few things in my search, like don't be surprised if anyone's a bit more stingy the second time around in their gifts. Make sure you really thank the family and friends that traveled in again just 3 weeks later. And on my place. Oh, and I'll we'll pretend I didn't see anything about bad omens or bad luck or anything like that. But no, just kidding. Seriously, you don't need to Google it when you get home. I cannot be more excited to welcome another sister into my life. You look gorgeous tonight, Chelsea.
Yeah!
And, like Sam already mentioned, the bonus that comes with you is the two most adorable puppies, Muffy and Dixie, who we all love so much. Giving Greg quite the handful back at home.
Chelsea, it's been really fun getting to know you over the past 6 years. I truly can't remember when or where we actually met, since Greg would always sneak you in and out of the house and keep you hidden upstairs when you were over. Our mother and I would wait in the kitchen before you would leave just to try and listen for the slightest sound of your voice. After finally meeting you, my first impression was that she's a very quiet girl who only wears black spandex and drinks Diet Coke. I think Greg hid you because he knew he had to toughen you up to make it in our family.
Yeah!
Then, once you finally got to talking, you only talked about Harry Potter and Twilight. I remember Greg saying that he had to see the midnight showing of each Harry Potter movie with you, and then you make him see it a second time over the weekend. Now I can see why you and Dad get along so well. You both have your different obsessions or childish passions. Over the years, it's been great seeing you with Greg in Columbus and at home, even if I was surprised to see you and Greg come home from playing tennis one day in the summer wearing matching clothes. I'm not sure he has played since. I'm glad you've come. I'm glad you have come out of your shell and have put up with all the teasing we throw at you. One of the funniest memories I have about Chelsea is when you challenged Dad to a swimming contest across Lake Canandaigua, not knowing that he swam competitively both in high school and college. Once the challenge was set, Chelsea, of course, had to drag Greg into it for fear of getting embarrassed all by herself. After about 10 minutes and only going about 50 feet, and subsequently you and Greg quit, and you came and asked, what the? Alright, so Chelsea and Greg quit and spent the rest of the time in the boat watching Dad and I swim the entire length of the lake. I think you learned a lesson about competing against the Wolcott, that it's not Greg, who, like your puppies, just rolls over at the command of your voice. Chelsea, you're bringing a lot of laughter, style, and swagger to our family. We could not ask for a better sister who makes our youngest brother so happy.
Chelsea, it's been great getting to know you over the years. Even when I lived abroad, you were persistent in staying in touch, and probably even more excited to see me, more than Greg, when I came home. Shame you couldn't come to London and teach me all about the different Harry Potter sites. Greg was quite the heartbreaker growing up, so you must be really special to keep him happy. I knew you guys are perfect for each other. I mean, Chelsea, you messed up Greg's shirts perfectly hung in the closet. And Greg, you followed Chelsea around the condo with a dustbuster cleaning up her crumbs on her hair. Chelsea, you turned Mom into a Burberry-wearing, rue-la-la addicted shopper. And you go to movies with Dad that only you and him are willing to see. You've really fit in the family from the beginning, including trips to Canandaigua and Arizona, and I can't wait to have you around for every family event in the future, including more infamous Walkoff Hanukkah exchanges that we all love so much, right? I don't think I've ever met a young girl like you who truly appreciates and values the meaning of family. I hope you continue to not take it for granted, even if your rent check every month goes up to Judith Wall.
Greg, where should I start? How about when you were 2 days old? The story of why Greg turns so red when he gets embarrassed. Dad brought Seth and I to see you for the first time when I was 3. Like any older brother who was just learning how to push buttons and turn knobs, I turned the temperature up in the incubator and tried to cook you alive. Obviously you survived, but you always turn red under pressure ever since, kind of like what you're doing right now. We had so many fun times growing up, going to Disney World, Universal Studios, visiting Grandma and Grandpa in Florida. You made all the sports more enjoyable when you, Seth, and I were on the same team. Nobody could beat us, the 3 of us, on 3 versus 3 in soccer, even when Coach played. It was always fun coming to Columbus to visit and watching the Buckeyes with you. I remember being home from college after my freshman year, lying on the couch, just like Dad. And you came and asked me to teach you how to shave. Heavens forbid Dad should wake up. I felt so privileged to be able to teach you, even though you only shave once every other week. I know Chelsea is right for you because she can get you to do things you are not so good at. This includes the time when we drove up to Canandaigua and the 2 of you sang the entire Wicked musical together while I sat in the back seat. Please don't do that again. I'm glad to be here today and share in many memories of your life and the many more that will come for you as a married couple.
Greg, should I say Gregory Yale, so Mom has it on record, right? Or Groomzilla is the new word this week. But according to the baby books, I've been picking on you since the day you were born. You've always been a good sport about things, and the joke growing up for the first 7 years of your life was always, Aaron, who do you look like?
Dad. Seth, who do you look like?
Mom. Greg, who do you look like? That's right, the milkman. Despite your other nicknames as a baby, Jabba the Hutt, you obviously grew up and slipped out fast, and with 2 older brothers, surpassed us in height only, as we learned a few weeks ago. I'll always remember going to soccer camp with you summer after summer, and playing on the same high school team for 2 years. I enjoyed having you and your friends around in high school, and as our social circles often crossed. With you going to Ohio State, and me Michigan, the rivalry has always been fun. You stood by my side in 2002 when I came to visit, well, for a few seconds, as hundreds of OSU fans pointed at me and did that a-hole. You came to visit me in Madrid, and we knew it was going to be an adventure after I overslept and left you waiting an hour at the airport, not knowing a word of Spanish, with no way to contact me. We went to a bullfight, took a trip to Barcelona, and you still managed to call Chelsea every night from my phone. You got to experience the way I travel, staying in hostel, almost missing a flight. And how can I forget to mention my brand new pair of shoes that you left at security as we sprinted to the gate, barely making our flight. Greg, I know you've come to me in the past for advice. Why? Whether related to school, girls, believe it or not, and your career, it's so rewarding to see you and Chelsea happy together, and you progressing in your job at DDR. I know you are my younger yet taller brother, but I look up to you just as much as you look up to us. I don't just mean literally. We love you both and wish you a life full of happiness, love, and health. If everyone would please raise their glasses, one last toast to Greg and Chelsea. Mazel tov and l'chaim.